I'm finally in my new shop, and my new welding table is kind of tall because I'm tall and I like to work standing up, but sometimes I want to work sitting down, so I figured it was time to make a welding stool that reflected the kind of work I do in my shop. I've got to cut some spacers. These aren't the right size, but essentially I need to get the material, which is 1/8 inch, up off of this jig so that it centers on this 1.5 inch face. So back to 4th grade, everybody. Here's our fractions. We have an 1.5 inch tube minus 1/8 of an inch is 1 3/8 inches. Then if you take 1 3/8 inches divided by 2 is 11/16. To double check our math, we go 11/16 plus 11/16 is 22/16, plus an 1/8, which is 2/16, is 24/16. 24/16 is 1.5 inches. I've marked the center lines of these with some offset lines, and it's to give me a reference so I can line up. I'm just hoping you can see those. So I can line up the pieces and weld them. I've got a brace between the 2 nuts. I want those to sit exactly as they are. And then I put a nice square line on here. And this is all going to be kind of like the monkey in the football. It's just going to be wobbly and difficult. bought this mahogany for making guitars. It has a big knot in here, and you could totally use it, but it's not clear. But above that mark, totally clear, and there's enough room in there to make some necks. So I'll be able to use this bottom chunk of mahogany. This is a piece of African mahogany. I made one guitar out of it, and it's just way too heavy. So it's not good for making guitars. Very straight grain, beautiful wood, very dark. So I'm gonna cut just a few inches off of this side here and use it. I've got some maple here, kind of out of the scrap bin, and then I got a piece that I was trying to resaw, and my blade bent in the middle of it. Kind of see a little dish there. So I'm going to cut off a usable portion. We'll put it through the drum sander, and then we should have enough chunks to make up the seat. So this is where I'm at with all the blocks, and I need 16 inches and I've got 17. As I'm looking at this, the middle, like you squint your eyes and it just gets real stripy. These are all the same width here in the middle, and it just doesn't have a good graphic to it. So I've got to figure something else out. A little bit better. These are bothering me. I make guitar tools. I get these little cutoffs, and they're all almost pinstripey. Yeah. Now the question is, do I have 16 inches still? 16 1/4. Perfect.